Hey everyone, my name is Thad. I'm out with Cloverton right now. I wanted to do a quick rig rundown. I got a couple new things that I wanted to show you, how we're doing this whole setup, orienting it for this tour specifically. I got a Quad Cortex, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about guitars, how tracks are cueing some things. So let's dig into it. Starting with guitars. Right here, I'm holding a Paul Reed Smith. It's a P245. You can see the model there. Beautiful guitar. It's blue. It's a 10 top. I literally just got it a week before tour, and I'm super stoked on it. Cool thing about this one, what the P stands for is piezo, and there's a piezo pickup here in the bridge, so I can get acoustic sounding tones, which in this set list I'm doing some acoustic sounds, and it's really helpful because this switch allows me to do electric sounds, both acoustic and electric blended, or just acoustic, and it's really helpful because I only have to bring two guitars. I don't have to check another guitar or bring an acoustic, which it's cold and acoustics don't like the cold as much, and so it's really convenient. It's really nice. But this has the vintage pickups in it. It's the 5815s. It's a shorter scale. I have a custom 24 at home that I didn't bring out. But this is, it feels a lot like a Les Paul, but it's not as heavy. And it sounds really great. So I'll play a little bit of this a little later so you can hear it. But this is my main guitar. I'm playing this most of the time. And then over here, you can see I have this Tele. It's matte black, a Mexican Deluxe. This is a limited color, but you can still get this guitar. I think the main run is like a tobacco burst, sunburst, but it's got gold hardware. Really fun to play. Of all the guitars I have, it's the favorite neck that I have. And it's a Mexican guitar, so I think I paid $1,200 for it, used. And it's been incredible. Thinline, so it's super light too. And I'm playing this on a couple tunes, but for the most part, just playing the PRS. Next thing we'll dig into is this Quad Cortex. So I'm gonna show you how I have this set up. You can do so much with this. This is kind of the main thing, what my whole rig is centered around this year is this Quad Cortex. So I'll walk through a little bit of how I have it set up, play for you how these patches sound. All right, as you can see, this is a song called We Sing Joy. What I have running here, it goes volume pedal essentially, compressor, and then I have two overdrives. And I like to set this up just like a pedal board would be. And then I'm running stereo amps, stereo cabs, delay, verb. And the cool thing about this is it's all preset oriented. So this is one song. The one before this, Oh Holy Night, Carol of the Bells medley. And I have the whole set list just kind of laid out. So song one all the way through the whole set list like this. Let me go back to We Sing Joy. And this, so I have this all set up. These are all the sounds in there. And then in this view, you can see my different patch changes. So I'll play through these patches for you. You can hear how they sound. Here's my clean tone. So it has some verb, a longer delay on it, pretty sparkly. And then medium, it just kicks on an overdrive. Big. That's another overdrive, and then huge is just both of them stacked together. I'm going to switch views, and you can see how it's automated to do those changes on the pedal itself. Same switches, we'll start with clean. And that turned the overdrives off, you saw. And then if we go to medium, you saw that overdrive on the left, it turned on. And then if we go to big, switches overdrives, it's a little bigger. And then huge is both of them on stacked. So that, in general, is how I have most of these patches set up. I have a couple overdrives and then delay and reverb settings that are mostly on, and I can even automate those if I need. I have my amps set and they just stay in there. I don't change many parameters. All right, so let's walk through this output into the board. Obviously I have this wireless unit. That's what my guitar is going into. I have a long cable just in case that goes down. I just take this out and I put that in my guitar. This expression just goes in here, and that's for volume most of the time. I've got XLR left to right, out, and then this is a MIDI cable that I'm running to the computer. So let's follow this along. And that all runs back into the stage box where everything lines up, and that's how we get audio. And then this is our tracks computer. This is where Ableton is set up. And if you look around back here, I don't know if you want to take a look, I'm running that MIDI cable that was out of my pedal board. That's coming out of this interface. So MIDI changes being sent through the computer are being sent out of that, and it's connecting to my pedal board. Now this is our set list here on Ableton. Every song there you can see. Just from left to right. Here's the titles of all of them up here. And on this bottom level, this is where my MIDI changes are running through. So if you look here, these just go along according to the song, and this is the patch change depending on the section of a song. Just like I would hit my pedal, it's hitting these to change the scene. And so if I hit play right here, you can see it on my board. I'll have another view coming up. So this is during like a chorus of a song, and it should be on one patch over there. And then when this thing comes up, you'll see it change right here. And now we're at a different section of a song. You can hear it's a little quieter. And then it kicks in right here to the next section. Right there, and so I can literally just let Ableton run these tunes and I don't have to hit any buttons, which is pretty fun to do. Now I want to come over to a different song called A Manual. I really like the rendition we do of it, but it's pretty involved with these changes. You can see already right here, like there's changes happening really quick. It's changing section per section. So what I want to do is I'm going to play along with this, and you're going to see in this kind of the back half of the song, there's a lot of changes that are happening. And you can see why sending MIDI changes to something like the Quad Cortex is really useful, and you can do a lot more as a guitar player. You're a little more performance focused than having to dance around pedals. So I'm going to play through a little bit of this song. It's called The Manual, and you're going to see these changes are happening real time as I'm playing. I'm not going to hit any buttons. It's all MIDI coming from the computer, changing all these things. I'm playing along to it. I don't have to think about the changes happening. We've already lined it up. And it makes for some really cool opportunities to be creative. We'll start on the second verse. It kind of has this delay, more percussive than anything. But then it changes to a big lead line moment. Then back to the delay. Then it goes to a chunky lead line part and immediately to another part for the chorus right here. And I didn't have to hit any buttons. I could just focus on what my fingers are doing. Now this is the fun part. This patch is called Noise, and I can just mess around if I want. Just kind of cause some chaos. Really wet, lots of verb, lots of delay, and then it cuts to that chunky guitar tone again into a solo. So already right there, so many changes happened in a short period of time, and I only had to think about what my fingers were doing, and tones were all over the place. We went from a super wet, noisy sound to a super dry, chunky sound to then like a lead part that's going to sit underneath the vocal. And I can automate those changes on the fly. I can automate them to fit the song exactly how it's needed. So there's not a lot out there about people doing this and how to set it up. So I'm going to do another video on how you can program the MIDI. I want to do that so you guys can see how that's run. But for now, this is what I'm doing. It's pretty simple. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, my name is Thad. This is for the Cloverton Christmas Tour, and I hope you enjoy. Hey everyone, my name is Thad. I'm out with Cloverton right now. I want to do a little rig, and I don't really have to think about it. Then there's this part right here that happens really quick and it changes tones. Bro, I just hit the worst chord. I hit the worst note that I could have. We need to go back. Hold on.